Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Clarified Moments, a podcast on YouTube, where we hope to, where the goal is to cultivate a different lens, a different perspective. Something I've coined clear conscious thought, which is the ability to have critical thinking skills, to criticize or be critical of your own thoughts or analyze your own thoughts to see if they contribute to a well-informed decision for a clear, successful outcome. So today we're going to be talking about what is a good thing versus a right thing. So before we touch on that, let's talk about the problem, right? So the problem is that the world is in this state of a meaning crisis. I think we all can agree with that. Where nothing makes sense anymore, where good and right is all subjective and therefore it's all over the place. So by the end of this video, hopefully we'll have some more concrete, definitive positions on this and be able to make better decisions. So what's the good approach to this meaning crisis, or what's the right approach? Are these things all inclusive or mutually exclusive? Like, what is this all about? How can we get the answer to this without dispelling some of these perspectives on the two and bring some clarity to both of them? So first of all, the most successful ploy or strategy of changing the meaning of a good thing is the push or promote of a good thing that's not the right thing. I'm going to say that one more time. So the most successful ploy or strategy of changing the meaning of a good thing is the push or promotion of a good thing which may not be the right thing. This meaning crisis is all wrapped up in pushing something that seems good, feels good, but it's not right. What does that mean? Some would say that these two things, good thing and right thing, that they don't fall under the same category. They're not mutually exclusive. But I disagree with that. And here's why. Can you do a good thing but not a right thing? Of course you can. Let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. So we have this executive order that's popping up throughout the country, all over the place, for mandatory face masks. Sounds like a good thing, right? Sounds good. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that to protect the life, health, and welfare of everyone versus government overreaching? And who's going to enforce this requirement if police are defunded and abolished? Not that I believe that they should, or if this mandate is even lawful, but that's a whole nother story. All I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. These things should influence your mindset, but they're not guaranteed to keep you from being prisoners of the moment. So a good thing may be subject to the moment, but the right thing has to be subject to being beyond the moment. Like, I can't get caught up in the moment. Have this knee-jerk reaction. I'm giving a personal example of this. So a good thing would be I want to provide and take care of my family, right? But it's not the right thing if it's at the expense of others. That was me. So I don't care about you. It's all about me. So another example would be 9/11, where law enforcement was expected to be the first line of defense against terrorist attacks. But now it's a whole different ball game because we're stuck in the moment. We're seeing through the lens of the moment. Removing law enforcement in this moment is not the right thing. It might look like a good thing, sound like a good thing, but it's not the right thing. Black Lives Matter, of course. Who's going to speak against that? Unless you're racist, right? Sounds like a good thing. But is it the right thing? Webster Dictionary defines racism as a belief of superiority or of others according to race and discrimination and or prejudice biases that they act upon. It also defines bigotry as the attitude or state of mind or behavior of intolerance towards the opinion of others. So what am I saying? In today's world, it's deemed a good thing to characterize and even demonize those who don't agree with the premise that all lives matter as racist, intolerant, and insensitive. Is that a good thing or a right thing? I mean, can I have one without the other? It depends on which one you're saying. Like, to pledge allegiance to something that sounds like a good thing without evaluating if it's the right thing, it's foolish behavior. That makes sense. The history of America can never be confused with a good thing or the right thing. But to erase the memory or try to erase the memory by tearing down statues, songs, and just all this crazy stuff. Listen, the process of redemption can never be achieved without history. It's the history of a thing that creates distinct comparisons. How do you know how far you've come if you don't know where you were or where you come from? Maybe that's the whole point, but again, we human beings, we characterize everything. It's a part of our intellect. It's a part of our makeup. This shouldn't be a hindrance, but an asset. Somehow, some way, the ability to characterize, provide meaning to everything has morphed into this human expression. Now, human expression is a good thing. I mean, who would argue against that? Self-expression, the ability to express how you feel versus what you know. A good thing may not be the right thing when it exercises feelings over wisdom. A good thing may not be the right thing if it threatens your ability to exercise wisdom in the moment. If your good thing threatens your ability to do the right thing, then it's not really a good thing at all. We have this thing on the inside of us, this thing called this inner athlete. We're competing in the competition of life, not with each other, but with ourselves to be the very best version of ourselves. This is according to your design. You were designed to do a good thing, but not at the expense of doing the right thing. That's why we have this appetite to do a good thing. So what is this good thing versus the right thing? The good thing may be social activism or awareness, but the right thing may be prioritizing purpose. It may sound good to advocate segregation, safe space, as they like to say, but is it the right thing? Expressing bitterness and anger and displeasure through mischaracterization and demonizing of others may feel good and look like a good thing, but is it the right thing? Tearing down every social construct, deeming them subjective, may sound good, but is it right? Being woke versus being the light may sound good, but is it right? Kingdom-minded people using your social media capital to double down on some of these ideologies that don't reflect the kingdom may sound good. Sound like a good thing, but we know it ain't right. We know it ain't right. Listen, man. Promote clear conscious thought, critical thinking, being critical of one's own thoughts. That's the whole objective of this video. It's the opposite of zombie-like thought. Being a part of the common think tank. Seeing through a different lens, a different perspective. So that you can make better decisions in the moment. Comment, like, subscribe, and share for more content. Hopefully, this will bring a level of clarity to your consciousness that will, again, allow you to make better decisions in the moment so you can be more successful in the moment.